Hey everyone, Cricket and Corky's Clubhouse coming back at you again for part 2 in a 3-part series about the talking Playmates toys of the 1980s, specifically focused on their boxes, their variations, their outfits, their tapes, and any accessories they came with. You've already seen all of the dolls showcased throughout the different videos with the different stories, so now we're kind of going behind the scenes and looking at some of the other stuff. If you want to check out the first part, it is about Cricket. It is 45 plus minutes long. There is a lot more Cricket. This one will be a little shorter and sweet because there's not as much for Corky. Sadly, I wish there was more. But that's not how the cards fell for him. Okay, so let's start it off. I talked a little bit about Corky in the beginning of the other video, and that's how I got into the talking Playmate toys was through Corky. He's still my favorite. I just wish there was more stuff for him. But I was a big fan of Child's Play. Just to recap real quick, I was a big fan of Child's Play growing up. I really wanted a good guy doll. And then years later, when I was watching a documentary, I found out that the good guy doll, not Chucky, but the good guy doll, like the nice one, was marketed off of a doll called Corky. So I looked up who Corky was, and sure enough, there's a lot of similarities in the good guy doll and Corky. At some point, maybe I'll do a video because I do actually have a good guy doll, and I might do a comparison at some point. But basically, Corky is Cricket's little brother. Cricket came out in 1986, and she was so popular that they decided to branch out and give her a little brother in 1987, along with Jill. She's supposedly the older sister, but I have never read anything or heard anything on any of the cassettes that talk about them being siblings. I know, it's a conspiracy theory, just what I'm saying. Versus Cricket talks about Corky a lot. So he's supposed to be younger, and he is in a lot of her story, so now he has his own doll. I imagine it was to kind of go with my buddy that was out, they needed more dolls for boys. So here's Corky. So this is his box. It is almost identical to Cricket's. It's the same format, same lettering and everything. Corky is in red versus Cricket in pink. And the box didn't change too much because there's really just him. So Cricket's brother Corky, he speaks for himself. His mouth moves, his eyes look around, comes with a 30-minute cassette tape. Down there on the bottom it says additional Corky cassette tapes sold separately. 25 inches for ages 3 and up. They were kind of gearing towards, since he's younger, maybe for a younger crowd, I don't know. Because I think Cricket, what is she? Let's see. She's 3 and up as well, so maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. But he didn't have too many changes. Now, we talked in the other video about prototypes and variations. Well, this again is not the Corky that actually came out. This is the prototype Corky. I think he's great. I wish I could see one. I'm sure they're out there somewhere. He's pretty close as far as the doll itself, except for this doll has smaller eyes. The Corky that was made has big giant eyes. Not as big as Cricket's, but they're definitely, these look like almost painted on, like they're much smaller. His big variations came in his outfit, which we'll talk about in a minute. So let me spin this around. There is the side of the box. Nothing going on there really additional, just talks about, what does it say here? Corky's ready for fun whenever you are. His cassette tape is full of games, songs, and thrilling adventures where you play a part. So come and join Corky's exciting world. He wants you to be his best pal. And that's a fact. Requires 4C and one 9-volt alkaline battery for ages 3 and up. So they all kind of have a tagline, which is funny. I always forget them. But in Corky's videos, he says, and that's a fact. And Cricket says at the end of her tape, she usually goes, I'll be talking to you. And Jill also has a tagline as well. So we'll talk more about Jill next. So, all right, we're going to spin him around. And now we see some of that big variation here. Clearly that is not what Corky looks like. So his outfit anyway. The pants are the same. That little off-putting hat is the same, but he has a completely different shirt. They, for some reason, shrunk the stripes down, so he has a lot more stripes. The double collar thing I don't really get, but that stayed the same. His shoes almost are the same, except they don't have that white border on the bottom of them. They're just straight red. And also, he actually has Corky written on his shoelaces, which he doesn't here. And then a big change too is obviously his suspenders. Here it's just large written font that says Corky on either side, versus for some reason the final production, it says Corky a whole bunch going up and down. So it's just, here it's vertical, and for some reason on the suspenders that were made it's horizontal. So I don't know, it's strange, but there he is, and it's kind of just like with Cricket. There's a small picture. Here's a little boy playing with a Corky, and then here's the healthcare plan, just like with Cricket. So I'm going to move this up just so you can see. There he is up there. Where's he at? So that's what his actual outfit looks like. So as you see, it's smaller stripes. His shoes have his little name on there, and his suspenders are different. So really only the pants stayed the same. Go back down here. Here we go. So I don't know. I like this outfit. I don't really understand his hat. His hat is just strange. It doesn't fit his big head. It looks okay here in the picture. That doesn't work well in real life for whatever reason. And you see down here, it's actually open, which is, that doesn't work either. He looks like a taxi driver. But he is sitting in his director's chair, which we'll talk about. So that's Corky's box, and inside Corky's box, he came with some goodies, of course, just like with Cricket. So he came with his operating and caring for Corky tape, unlike Cricket's, whose had just had a white cover. His is actually colored in. And it's very similar to another tape, which confuses me. Then he has his story. So again, there's no title for this one. It's just some stories. It's the tape that comes with him. He came with a little booklet, not geared specifically towards him, but this came in both Cricket and Corky. And through it, it's literally just, it's his different outfits. There's the African-American Corky, and the tapes and books, and the chatterbox that I talked about in the last video that never was made. And last, just like all of them, he comes with healthcare plan. So it's got all the instructions on how to take care of him, how to clean him. And then here's the card that was missing in the Cricket one I showed you, but see, you could send this in. No postage necessary. This is the warranty card, and you were supposed to get a membership card back in the mail. So if he was ever to break, you could send him in, and they would repair him and then send him back in a hospital gown and a wristband that I have never seen in person. So I don't know if they actually did that. I don't think they did. All right, we'll swap these out. So the only other box that Corky had, he did have a Matchbox. Just like I was talking about overseas in Europe, when Matchbox took over instead of Playmates, it's the same exact box. It just says Matchbox and has some different instructions. But I do have this box. This is Stay. This is the African-American Corky. Same exact box. Nothing has changed except that he came out later, apparently, because or maybe, I don't know, maybe they had intended on Corky coming out earlier, so that's why he had that weird prototype outfit and look. But this is the actual Corky, the African-American Corky you get, and he's wearing the actual outfit he's supposed to. Like I said, the box is exactly the same. So, except now we see on the back, that's what Corky's actually wearing. There, get that glare off there. But there he is. You see he has the right shoes on without the white border on the bottom. He has his shoelaces that say Corky on them, the right pants, smaller stripes, still has that ridiculous hat, but There he is. And that's pretty much all there is for box-wise for Corky. Now, again, unlike Cricket, he didn't get a lot of time before he was discontinued, so there's not a whole lot for him. Here is his director's chair. Again, just like Cricket had 2 boxes, Corky only had the 1, and the second box for Cricket looks just like this one. I like this layout, and I really like the picture they used. I like how he's standing there. Again, you can't do that in real life because he has no doll stand. He's barely touching the chair. He wouldn't stand like that. He's so heavy with his cassette player inside of him that he wouldn't be able to stand like that. But there's a more zoomed in picture of the little boy playing with him. Again, it's the prototype Corky. And I have the chair up there, but I do have a second one I just recently got. So this is what his chair looks like. I don't know why the angle's all weird here. Let's see. See if I can zoom back into one. Whoa, well, it got real close, didn't it? But that's his chair. It's basically just like Cricket's, except his is yellow. It breaks down, again, right here in the middle. It folds, and then these little pins come out, and you can just fold it up, put it in the box. It's got his little name on it, and I quite enjoy they made these chairs. Okay. Let's see. The only other accessory, I'm gonna wait. I'll get to that. We'll talk about his tapes. So he only had a few, right? So unlike Cricket, who had a multitude of stories and outfits, Corky only got 3 cassettes and books. And instead of doing the hardcover books like Cricket got, Corky got like plastic books, almost like coloring books. So here's one of them. They were the Let's Play series. So there's Let's Play at My House, there's Let's Play Outdoors, and Let's Play at School. So a larger box. All right, turn this around. There they are, that's it. He got 3 whole tapes. Bummer, I know. I wonder, he could have done so many other things, but here they are, and they're all different colors. And let's see, so that's My House. I didn't want to pull the other ones out, I think, but I do have, this is Let's Play at School, and it's missing the tape. I've had a problem with this tape. You'll notice that that is not recorded. There is no video for Let's Play at School, and that is because it's one of those that has eluded me again. So I do have it. I have it up top there, but it's in a sealed box. I don't want to open it. And then I got this one, and the tape's missing, and it's literally just the book. And then one of my lovely subscribers actually sent me a copy of it, which I was very thankful for. That was really, really nice and sweet to do, but it turned out it was a bootleg copy. It's got the screws in it, so there's a guy on eBay who sells bootlegs, and the quality just isn't as good. So I have held off because I actually don't have another tape of it yet. And I keep seeing the bootleg copy. So eventually I will find it, and I will record it, and it'll be the last video for Corky. But I do have one of the books out. Here's Let's Play Outdoors, and it's very similar to Cricket. It's got some kind of crude artwork, and it's literally just very basic, simple activities. Again, I'm not going to do a series on these because there's really nothing to, it's just, oh, stuff's falling out. It's just coloring pages, you know, like really, really simple kitty things. It is interesting, it just fell out, but it came with some stickers, and then all of them came with a poster, which I thought was, I guess they thought little boys like posters, I don't know. But again, it's a very crude drawing of poor Corky there, and this one is for Let's Play at My House. But yeah, they all came with poster. Sure. But that is it for his tapes. And then he only had 3 outfits that came out, just like with the 3 tapes. Let's see, here we go. But luckily I really enjoy them. So this is one of them. This is Corky's Starship. Let's see if I can, I hate zooming back out, but there we go. So Corky's Starship, I love it. It's like a silvery material. It's very detailed with patches. It's got the little zippy do down there. There's a little spot in the back you can pop open so you can, like, you know, mess with his wheel. And he has his little hat. It comes with the tape. The belt is completely separate. I love this outfit. I think it would have been really cool if they had an astronaut helmet for him. That would have been super neat to put him in a helmet. But we'll flip around the back, and now here we are. These are the only 3 outfits that Corky had. I mentioned in the other video, I think it would have been great for him to have like a cowboy outfit. He could have had, I don't know, different branches of the military. I mean, there's a firefighter, a policeman. There's just so many little genres that they could have made for Corky that would have been popular in the 80s. But this is all we got before he was canceled. So his outfit, I'm going to focus on each one of them. So we'll look over here. Really, there's not too much change other than I think the material here is a more like metallic silver, probably a different material altogether. And then also they changed, like this is red, white, and blue, and here it's just red and white, and this is see-through, which didn't end up making the cut. But other than that, it's pretty much the same outfit. Now here's, I could have waited probably another week, but I'm just going to show it now. Here's, and this is my favorite outfit too. Well, I guess they're all my favorite. I don't know, but I really like this one. It is every, like Cricket had the problematic outfit. This is his problematic outfit. The Cricket one, remember the jacket was always flaking for the outdoor fun. This one bleeds. So the fabric, whether you wash it or whether it's just in the package, that red bleeds into the white. So, but what you're looking at here is I recently got this and it has been opened. So it's missing pieces. It doesn't even have the tape. So I actually finally, there's some that are out there, and I finally broke down and ordered one. It's got a rip up here, which I didn't really like, but it's literally the only thing I'm missing for Corky in existence. So I might as well just go ahead and finish the set. But we'll look at the back and I can kind of tell you what would be in here. So there's his baseball outfit. That didn't change at all. So it's pretty much exactly what you see here. So he came with a baseball hat. It says All-Stars. Yeah, Corky's All-Stars. The top with the little buttons says Corky again. He has a belt. This belt does not come out. Both the other outfits have separate belts, but this belt is not really a full belt. It's just a strap in the front. I love the pants because they have the little the little sides there that come up, you know, just like a baseball outfit would have. And he actually has socks. So I don't know when this change happened. I actually forgot to mention it in the other one, but when African American Corky came out, he actually had white socks on, versus the original Corkys did not. They did not come with socks. So I put some on mine just because I had some, but I've gotten brand new Corky in boxes and they don't have socks. So, but maybe it's because they made this and they realized he needed them. But for whatever reason, he has the socks. But great outfit, but again, it's very problematic. This yellows, this bleeds. Doesn't matter if you wash or not, just humidity gets to it. It's harder to see here, but this is supposed to be red. It fades just for no reason. And can't really see if I can get in here. The belt also fades really bad. Oh, he does have a tape. There it is. Where is that? So here's, like, see, it's only a half belt, but look how bad. Like, that's looks even better on the camera, but in real life, in person here, it's very faded. So I wish they had spent a little more quality on this outfit because I really do like it, and it just doesn't really hold up as well as you would hope it would. And his last outfit is Corky's Adventure Scouts. A little camouflage outfit. I don't know if they were trying to make a nod to the Army or Boy Scouts or a combo of both. Maybe they didn't have the copyrights. I don't know, but it looks like an Army outfit, but it's called Adventure Scouts, and he has like the red like handkerchief bandana thing that you would have seen in the Boy Scouts. So I don't know. It's like a hybrid of both. There he is on the back, and again, this we don't really see. Actually, I think with this one there's no changes. It's just like with the baseball one, it's pretty much what you see there. So it's the hat, the shirt, the little scarf. I've seen this tied different ways on different promotional pictures. Belt, and you know, his regular shoes. He didn't get any special shoes made at all. And the last thing for Corky is he came with a sleep sack and pack. So just like Cricket, I showed you she has a sleeping bag. I don't have the box for hers, but I do have Corky's. And here it is. And it kind of goes along with the Adventure Scouts outfit. It's the same material, which would make sense if, you know, you're going on an adventure. But it's great because it shows the picture of, here's a little boy wearing it like a backpack. You can just put Corky's clothes in there, and then it unfolds and you can put Corky in there to go to sleep. This picture cracks me up because I don't know why, he just looks so excited there. This is a fun little picture. It's the only one that they did like a promotional picture for, but I love it. They're going on an adventure. And so there's that, and I have one, as you see, so the glue over time has just failed on this. It's yellowed, so a lot of times you think they've been opened, and sometimes they were, but a lot of times the glue has just loosened. But here is the actual pack. It's super fun. So let's see. So there's, if I was going to wear it like a backpack, here's the little shoulder straps. And then it does just like with Crickets, it unfolds. And then this is where Corky would slide into and be a little sleeping bag. I like they made those. Not super easy to find. I've just happened to run across two in the box. So eventually I'll get Crickets. But that's pretty much it for old pal Corky. He didn't really get anything else. Like I said, so he came out in 1987. Here's our boy. Came out in 1987. Same year Jill came out, and just like in the other video I was mentioning, he was an expansion to Cricket, and so was Jill. And Jill flopped because she was so expensive and so problematic, and she broke all the time that she ended up bankrupting the company. And unfortunately, Corky and Cricket were victims, casualties of that situation. So Cricket at least had a year, and she had a lot of outfits and a lot of tapes. She has a lot of stuff. And Corky just unfortunately didn't get that chance. He literally just got the one wave that came out with the 3 tapes and the 3 outfits. I guarantee that they had planned a second wave of tapes and outfits that would probably be coming out that following year, 1988, and that just didn't happen. So those, whatever those were, they were scrapped. I've never been able to find any kind of concept art or anything. I've reached out to Playmates. They don't have any information. They said that goes too far back for their database. So he's just frozen in time. He is what it is. But if you have any questions about Corky, you can leave me a comment here. I'd love to hear from you, hear your comments. Like I said, down the road, I might do another video with, I try to keep everything on this page about Playmates, but I might do a comparison with the full-size scale replica of a Good Guy doll that Trick or Treat Studios came out with a few years. I was actually on that Kickstarter program because I've always wanted one. And I think I have number 2 or 3. I don't know. They released a super limited amount in the beginning. So I have him. So I might bring him up here. He's a different part of the house. And then put him next to Corky and maybe even pull out of my buddy just to see a comparison with all 3. If that's something you're interested in, you've hung around on the video this long, leave a comment. Let me know that that's something you would want to see down the road. But stay tuned for part 3 of this series. It's going to be about Jill. Yes, the one that canceled all the other dolls. She's got not a lot of stuff, but her stuff is definitely more advanced, and she has a lot more things and accessories and whatnot. So we'll go through all of Jill's information on the next video. So thank you so much. Thank you again for all my new subscribers. And if there's anything particular you want to see, leave in the comments, and I'll talk to you soon.